Alright, so in today's video, we're going to talk about how the right is just completely lying to you about immigrants that are coming into this country and immigrants that might not be citizens yet. So this all started when I saw, yep, you guys guessed it, a Manarino tweet, excuse me, a Joey Manarino tweet because apparently this is all Twitter likes to show me now is this fucking bozo. He said, to get my wife her green card to be able to live with me in America, it cost around $10,000 in total. If she had decided to come as an illegal and just cross the border, she'd have been given a $5,000 Visa gift card, accommodations in a New York City hotel, and a $2,200 a month benefit. So, in about 3 months, we'd have made $10,000 from her being here illegally rather than losing $10,000 to get her illegal green card. Does anyone realize how messed up that all is? And this tweet has 28,000 likes right now. It's got 6,000 reposts, but some of those might be quote tweets. I don't know. It's been viewed 2.1 million times, and everyone in the replies, with the exception of a few, pretty much is saying, "Oh wow, yeah, that's messed up." There is more though. I found a video from this YouTube guy named McClone Capital or MC Clone Capital. I don't really know. I don't really care. Um, but he's got a short here entitled "Illegals Coming Across Southern Border Are Given a $5,000 Visa Gift Card." So let's take a look at MC Clone Capital's take here.
The illegals now that are coming through our southern border in historic numbers are not only giving them government checks, not only are we giving them free plane tickets, food, iPads, sneakers, hotel, motels, education, healthcare. I want you to listen to this.
I don't understand how giving immigrants things like healthcare and education is bad. That's a bad thing. We're educating people, and you don't want that. Sounds about right from the right. They don't want people to be educated because educated people are able to know that they're all full of shit. But all of the stuff that he just said in there is not true. I don't know where the fuck he said that they're giving them iPads. It's such a lie.
Sheriff Mark Lamb did a news conference in Pinal County, Arizona. The Biden regime is now giving illegals, these are his words, at a news conference. Sheriff says mostly military-age men that are coming across the border from China and Africa, all over the world, most not even being vetted. He says when they come across and are processed, they are given a $5,000 Visa gift card right from the sheriff's mouth. So while this Christmas season you're struggling to keep your lights on, 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay your rent, give your kids Christmas presents, we have our government giving people that come into this country illegally given $5,000. This is costing taxpayers $451 billion a year.
This is such a lie. That was completely not true. Also, something that none of these right wingers like to address is the fact that immigrants actually pay fucking taxes. They pay a lot in taxes. But the final clip that we're going to watch before we start addressing all of these claims and easily proving them to be all false is Sheriff Mark Lamb, who is a sheriff in Pinal County, Arizona. I believe he is actually running against Kirsten Sinema. But here is Mark Lamb, a sheriff, a very popular one. This guy's been on a lot of TV shows that are pretty popular. Here's Mark Lamb, telling Americans the truth.
We see all these people coming across, mostly military-age men coming from China, from Africa, from all over the world. Most of them not even being vetted when they come in here. But here's what's really going to bother you. When these folks come across and they're processed, they're being given a cell phone, a plane ticket to wherever they want to go in this country, so probably to a community near you, and a $5,000 Visa card. So while this Christmas season, you're struggling to keep your lights on, while you're struggling to pay your rent, put Christmas presents under the tree for your kids, we have our government giving people that came into this country illegally $5,000 gift cards. That's the truth, folks.
That's the
God
truth,
bless.
folks. I have, unfortunately, for everyone that believes what Mark Lamb just said, or anything that's been said so far in this video, it's actually not the fucking truth. Okay, so let's do a little fact check here. The federal government gives people who enter the U.S. illegally a cell phone, a domestic plane ticket to a location of their choosing, and a $5,000 Visa card. False. People who enter the U.S. illegally do not receive such assistance from the federal government. Immigration experts told the AP Immigration and Customs Enforcement gives some immigrants phones, but they can only access a monitoring app called SmartLink. And for those of you, I'm not going to get too much into this SmartLink thing, but for people that have used this app and have done research about becoming a citizen and being an immigrant in this country, you know that SmartLink is a horrible fucking app. It doesn't work right. Those who cross the border illegally do not receive gift cards, and although limited federal aid can help get migrants where they intend to go, they typically must choose from a set list of destinations and are usually transported by bus, not planes. One of the biggest examples we have of this is Greg Abbott literally sending fucking people up to New York, purposely sending migrants up there, on purpose and not telling them, where they went. We know that this is not true. It's so easily disprovable. And this is all stemming from Mark Lamb saying this. This is where all of these fact checks come from that I'm about to show you. They show exactly what he says. They talk about how this is being shared on social media and people are just eating it up. The AP literally asked fucking the U.S. Border Customs, the immigration people, and they said that this is not true. The overwhelming majority of migrants who cross the border have to pay for their own transportation. Policy Director at the American Immigration Council, Aaron Milnick, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, told the AP, there is no massive pool of money that is getting every migrant who crosses the border a plane ticket or anything like that. Federal funds have been used to reimburse nonprofits and local governments for money they spend transporting people who enter the U.S. illegally. This is language that you guys know I take issue with. I don't know why we call them illegal immigrants. We should call them undocumented immigrants. We have our government giving people who came into this country illegally $5,000 gift cards. False. PolitiFact. USA Today also did a fact check. Not fucking true. This is it's just not true. And if you're one of those people that takes every single thing that's said at face value, especially on social media, then I could say anything right now and it'll be true. I could literally make up whatever I want. I can pull whatever I want out of my ass, and it makes it true because someone said it. Someone that has a little bit of a status and a little bit of power said it. But speaking of Mark Lamb, I wasn't super aware of this guy before now. Speaking of Mark Lamb, he's a really, really, really great guy, actually. So one of the things about Mark Lamb is that he said that the January 6th riot wasn't Trump's fault. It wasn't Trump's fault, but it might have been Hillary Clinton's fault and Bill Clinton's fault. According to Mark Lamb, the reason that the riots took place, quote, this is about the other issues that have happened, the Hillary Clintons that have gone unpunished, the Republican Sheriff Mark Lamb said. So he doesn't care about, this is a law enforcement officer that literally doesn't give a fuck about people committing treason. This guy literally believes that as a law enforcement officer, he can enforce what laws he chooses. He believes as a sheriff, he is the supreme authority of the law in this country. Some really wild shit. But the thing that I found out about Mark Lamb that really, really, I guess told me everything I needed was the fact that his supposed charity that he has set up to address immigration and, according to him, reform American immigration. He has this, he has this charity, excuse me, sorry, my computer's being really slow, called the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Okay, this is the website, the Federation for American Immigration Reform, and it says right here, our mission is to examine immigration trends and effects, to educate the American people on the impact of sustained high-volume immigration, and to discern, put forward, and advocate immigration policies that will best serve American environmental, societal, and economic interests today and into the future. The Southern Poverty Law Center has deemed FAIR a hate group. I haven't done too much research on exactly what they cover on this website, but I know about Mark Lamb now, and I don't doubt them, but Mark Lamb wants to sit there and complain about something that's not even true, literally made up that undocumented immigrants are receiving $5,000 Visa gift cards. All the while, Mark Lamb's charity here, his charity just has $18,000 that just they don't know where it went. It's just $18,000 completely unaccounted for. A charity founded by Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb reported raising more than $50,000 during its first year in operation, but has not reported how it spent a single penny during that time. Instead, tax filings by the American Sheriff Foundation are largely blank and leave at least $18,000 unaccounted for. So, are people seriously? Are you so fucking dumb that you're going to trust the guy who literally is scamming people? He is scamming people out of money, saying that he runs a charity and stealing their fucking money. And we don't even know what happened to the money. We don't know where this $18,000 went. $18,000 unaccounted for. This guy is a law enforcement officer, and people are trusting what he says when he literally made up a ridiculous, so easily disprovable claim about these $5,000 Visa gift cards. He's just trying to deflect the blame. He's just trying to get brownie points over with the crazy right-wingers who are super fucking racist. This is what the right looks like in America. They are all corrupt. They are all 100% hypocritical to the max. To the max. While the organization touts itself as building bridges between community and law enforcement, records obtained by the Arizona Republic after months of inquiries leave unclear how much money the foundation is spending on charity and where the rest of its funds are going. When asked in an interview why the organization did not disclose any of its spending in 2018, the year he established the foundation and the only year for which annual tax return had been filed, Lamb said he had not seen the organization's tax filing for that year, which is a fucking lie. That is such a lie. How are you in charge of a charity? How are you in charge of a charity and you don't know about the finances and you haven't seen the tax returns? I don't know how many of you, this is completely beside the point, but I want to bring it up because it's a good example to use. There's another creator here on YouTube, a very big creator. He is a person who's involved with video games. His name is The Completionist. Some of you might have heard about the story. So really quick spiel. This guy named The Completionist had a charity that he said went to dementia research. I think it was called the Open Hand Foundation. I don't know if it still exists or not. But pretty much this guy raised a lot of money from people that were willing to donate their money to them. People that were willing to donate their money to them. It was way more than this. It was $600,000 something or something like that. And it got found out that all of the money that was being donated wasn't actually going to charity. And the organizations he said that his charity was working with weren't receiving anything. And it got exposed by some other really, really good creators that do some great investigative work. And The Completionist has been completely canceled, rightfully so. And he came out pretty much and said, he said whatever. He tried to do damage control. It obviously didn't work. But my point is, if someone like that, who did the exact same thing, who isn't a law enforcement officer, I don't like The Completionist or anything like that, but if someone did that and they got completely fucked, which is right, they should have been completely fucked for what they did, because what they did was completely heinous and horrible and disgusting. And just, I mean, I don't need to explain how horrible it is to steal money from people that are willing to donate it for you because they think that you're helping you out. Where is the reaction? Where is the reaction to Mark Lamb stealing fucking money from people that, I mean, it's a hate group anyway. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, these people are donating money to help. They're probably not donating money to help. They're probably donating money because they, feel a certain type of way about immigrants. Lamb is listed as the signatory, suggesting he would have read it. It's like I said, this is such a lie. Everything that the Republicans say is a goddamn lie, and I am sick and fucking tired of all of these attacks on fucking immigrants that aren't here, that are here, that aren't fucking citizens. I'm tired of them being called illegal immigrants. I'm tired of these bullshit that people make up. Fucking $5,000 Visa gift card, plane ticket to wherever you want. It's just not fucking true. It's just not fucking true. And if these people really care about immigration reform, yeah, that's a conversation we can have. We could talk about immigration reform. But all of the shit that you guys are making up, you say you care about immigration reform, you don't. You can't. You don't actually give a fuck about immigration reform if all you want to do is just make it so people can't come across our border. And the biggest way to do that is to make some shit up. Make some shit up like, they're getting 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, which I'm pretty sure that's 100% accurate. Meanwhile, the people that are coming across the border that are coming here for a reason. People do not just come to America because they're like, oh, well, I want to go fuck America up. Yeah, I'm going to go destroy America. No, they're coming here because wherever they were at was much, much worse than what they're going to experience here. The people that are fucking coming to the fucking border here, they're not coming because they want to screw up America or they want the Great Replacement Theory or whatever the fucking right wing wants to say. They're coming because they're running from something much, much worse. And then when they get here, people like fucking Mark Lamb and all of these other piece of shit right wingers want to make their lives as hard as fucking possible. And meanwhile, saying that, oh, it's all in the name of immigration reform. No, it's not. No, it's not all in the name of immigration reform. You care about power. You care about money. You care about this weird, goddamn, disgusting status quo that I am sick and tired of, and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And the best way that we can do that, and this goes out to everyone in my audience, is to go out and vote. Go and vote. We have to vote. We have to vote out the fucking toxic, disgusting, horrible Republicans. We have to. That's the only way. Well, not the only way, but that's the main way we combat these types of things and these types of people, is to go out and vote. Vote, 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 vote. It is so important that everybody goes out and votes. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that bell, turn on auto notifications so you guys never miss an upload.